banned me, and after almost a week, I still don't know why. So for those that don't know, recently I've been grinding an account called the End of an Era. After I discovered the new Assassin Hecarim build, I decided that I wanted to actually try doing an actual real NA high-low grind again, and as a result, I started grinding my account. Now, we managed to bring the account from unranked all the way up to almost 700 LP in the span of less than a week with like a 75 win rate. But then, things tapered off for a couple days, and we stagnated a bit for 2 to 3 weeks straight. It was actually so mentally torturous that I got to a point where I was like, you know what? If a lot of these games are being lost because I'm going for invades that my support's not following me on, then why don't I become the support? And that's the reason why recently you guys have been noticing from the YouTube that we've actually been playing a lot of support games. What I should say, however, is we were playing a lot of support games. And the reason why I have to make this distinction is because Riot actually banned my account and I still don't know why. So as you guys can see, we were playing on the account, we lost streaked in Grandmaster, went on a couple losses, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to queue support. So I started playing a little bit of Pantheon. Every single game I would make the enemy jungler have 10 to 20 deaths. I was going crazy. And I was 1v9ing every single game. I played support for 9 games, even after not touching the role for years. And of those 9 games, I only lost 3. So, as you can imagine, it came as a complete and utter shock to me when after going on an actual win streak and getting my rank back up again, and then literally 1v9ing a game on Hecarim, I was greeted with a message that my account got banned. 5 minutes after ending stream, I got a message saying that my session had expired and to please log in again. As someone that's a little experienced when it comes to getting banned, I knew that this could only mean one thing. So when I tried relogging in, I was greeted with this screen that literally just never stopped. It didn't tell me that I was banned. It didn't tell me why I was banned. It didn't give me a duration. The only thing it did was put me in this perpetual loading cycle where the client just wouldn't load and it wouldn't say anything. I remember back in the day when you used to get banned, you'd be greeted with a message. Similar to when you get a warning or a chat restriction nowadays, they would give you a message. They would say, yes, you got banned for 2 weeks or permanently or whatever it might have been for this, that, or this reason. But this time around, I wasn't given any of that. I was just given a screen that wouldn't stop loading. So, as a result, I did what any concerned person would do, and I submitted a ticket. In the ticket, I pretty much asked Riot why I was even banned, why I couldn't log in, what was going on, and asking for clarification. After less than a day, they got back to me and told me that the Riot account was compromised, and for my own security, I was not able to make any requests while I was signed in because they didn't even think it was me logging into the account. Now, as you can imagine, I was shocked. I've had this account for literally 5 years, and the account has always been played on by me. Over the last month that I've been grinding the account, there's been no IP change, and it's always been played at the same location by me on stream. So obviously, seeing this message was shocking. The only thing that I could possibly think, honest to God, is that Riot thought that because I was queuing support, my account was hacked. But the craziest thing is that even if we do end up giving them the benefit of the doubt, when you look at it, I was still queuing Hecarim while I was queuing support. There was never an intention to lose in any of these games. I was always trying to perform as good as I could, and there wasn't even an IP change. So if all of these things are coming in, then how could my account ever be compromised? And then the story gets even crazier. I submitted multiple tickets over the course of the last few days, asking them what was going on and why I was even banned, and instead of getting responses, I got nothing. I got the one ticket saying that my account was compromised, and then afterwards, they would just mark every single ticket as solved. Look at this! They wouldn't even respond! They would just sit there and mark tickets as solved, not give me any response, and then just leave it at that. So now I'm in a position where I don't even know why my account is banned. I don't know how long it's banned for. I don't know the reasoning behind it. And I don't even know if I can even submit a ticket to their support system to get it back. It literally feels like the CCP or some shit. Like I'm sitting here getting banned, no reasoning as to why, and then there's nothing I can do to even go against it. And the craziest part about it too is I'm not the only one dealing with problems like this. Recently, there was actually this streamer called Doaenel that came to NA for the first time to grind because he's local to EU West. And normally, this guy does this roaming bar top strategy where he always gets reported and banned, but after communicating with Riot, is able to get his accounts back. But after coming to NA, he actually got banned and was greeted with the same exact screenshot that I was. And when he tried submitting a ticket asking what was going on, they actually got back to him and pretty much just said that a penalty was rightly given and that the ban will remain active, but didn't specify how long the ban would be or even why the ban was even issued in the first place. So listen, I don't know what's going on with Riot right now, I really don't. But the fact that people can just randomly be banned for no reason, have absolutely no reasoning as to why, and then afterwards when they search for clarification on the ban, are not giving any, is absurd. And the most insane part about it too, is I have a friend of mine who even personally reached out to a Rioter and asked him to investigate our case, but even that Rioter is just being very wishy-washy on his answers. So I don't know if they're doing targeted bans for streamers and then just hiding behind the fact that they're not going to give you a response as being the reasoning why they're doing it, or what is going on, but clearly there's something very weird happening. So after getting banned, I did what any normal challenger player would do. I started queuing up on an unranked account that had Emerald MMR from previous seasons, and I've just been terrorizing low elo players. If Riot's gonna give me cancer, then you better be damn sure that I'm gonna give it to everyone else. I don't give a fuck if you're coming home from an 8-hour shift. I don't give a fuck if you've been working double shifts at the hospital. I don't give a fuck if you just failed your test at school. When you queue up in Emerald Diamond, you're playing against a challenger player that's on a warpath from getting banned. And over the course of the last 4 days, I managed to actually rank up the account from Platinum all the way to almost Diamond 1 with an 80% win rate. So rest assured that even if I don't end up getting that account back, we will soon be giving you guys the challenger gameplay you deserve. But unfortunately, there has to be a little wait because of this issue with Riot. But please, if any of you guys have had any experiences even similar to this anytime recently, write down your experiences in the comments section below, because I'm trying to see if this is actually something that only streamers have to deal with, or if even the voiceless are being targeted as well. I hope you guys now understand the reasoning as to why we haven't gotten challenger gameplay recently, and the next time you see me stomping a diamond player for a YouTube video, you know the reason why.